This is how you can host your Discord bot online 24/7 for free using your computer. So let's go and get started. Before I show you how to do this, I'd like to say that if you're interested in getting the source code from any video on my channel, go ahead and join the Super or God tier subscription on YouTube, or you can also get a God tier subscription on Discord. You can also get any of these 3 bot packages. They are fully coded Discord bot packages based on a specific topic. If you're interested in any of this, go ahead and click the links in the description below, and let's go and get into hosting your Discord bot. Alright, so to do this, we're going to be using PM2, which is a production process manager for Node.js applications. It basically makes it so your bot will never turn off as long as you have it running. It could crash technically, but PM2 will just keep the bot running, so it will never actually turn off. So I have made a video on this previously, so you can go ahead and watch that. That will be in the description below, as well as both of these 2 links. But we're actually going to go ahead and install PM2 so that we can use this to create a host using our computer. I actually do this for my bot Automate using a spare computer that I no longer use anymore. If you do have a computer like this, maybe an old computer, an old laptop, it would work best on this because it's not your actual computer that you use all the time. But if you only have one computer, that will work fine. All you have to do is complete these simple steps and then maybe make some accommodations like turning off your display or that kind of thing, just depending on the situation you're in. But regardless of what setup you have, as long as you use PM2 and set it up properly, this should work for you. Alright, so to start off actually making this host, we're going to go over to our code and we're going to go to new terminal. Within this terminal here, let's just go ahead and run npm i PM2, and we're going to go ahead and click enter. And as you can see, it's going to go ahead and install. So just go ahead and give it a couple of minutes to install that package. And once it is installed, we can actually go ahead and use it. So obviously the first step is turning it on, but just like in any other online host, you do have to recognize your start file. Our start file for this bot package that we use for all of the tutorials on my channel is index.js, and that is within our src folder. So if you're using a different Discord bot package, maybe you have your index.js outside of the src, or maybe your index.js is named something else, keep that in mind when we're doing this. So all you have to do is run PM2 start, and then you're going to go ahead and get your main file. So this is going to be src/, and we can go ahead and do index.js. So now when we go ahead and click enter, as you can see, it's going to go ahead and turn on here. Now, a lot of the stuff, unfortunately, is going to be blurred out, but it did actually go ahead and turn on. So let's actually just go ahead and go over to the Discord server. And as you can see here, the bot is actually online. So let's actually go ahead and close out of Visual Studio Code, which is the terminal that we used to host it. And we might as well close out of the terminal for that bot as well as the actual file. Now everything's turned off. We have our bot. It is still online. So let's go ahead and just run maybe invite leaderboard, something that we don't have to provide anything with. And as you can see, it is working. So there's a couple things to keep in mind, but before I go over those, let's actually go ahead and set up a dashboard or console type thing so that you can actually monitor your host on your computer, just like you would in any online Discord bot host that I've made videos previously with. So to do that, we're actually going to go ahead and open up either PowerShell, or you could open up your terminal. I think it's just called that. I'm going to use terminal because I think it looks a little bit nicer, but let's just go ahead and open that app up. I'm just going to go ahead and start by clearing because I think it looks a little bit nicer when there's nothing in here. All right, so first let's go ahead and run PM2, and we can do list. And as you can see here, it's going to go ahead and load in our list. So currently we have one application online, and that is going to be the application that we actually set up in the beginning of this tutorial. However, we do not actually want this to be in here because we're going to be reconfiguring this so we can actually access it online. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and do PM2 delete, and then we can do 0. So it's going to go ahead and delete it. And now if we do PM2 list, as you can see here, we have no list. So nothing is running. So now let's go ahead and just clear. So we have nothing in here. And let's go ahead and open up the first link in the description below, or our PM2 doc link in the description below, so that we can go ahead and do this. All right, so in here, we're going to go ahead and click monitor PM2. It's going to be on the top right. In here, we're going to go ahead and create an account. I'm just going to go ahead and log in with Google. Once you've gone ahead and created your account, it's going to go ahead and bring you to this screen. Go ahead and create a new bucket creation. For me, I'm just going to go ahead and call it main. You can call it whatever you want, and just go ahead and click on create here. So once you're in here, it's going to go ahead and load, and then it's going to go ahead and say connect your app in 2 easy steps. So it's very, very easy to do this. The first one is install PM2, which we've already done. The second one is to link your PM2 account to your computer. And the last one is to actually start your app. So let's go ahead and start off by copying and pasting this link. Obviously, some of it's blurred out because you can't use my link, but just go ahead and click the copy button over here, and we can actually go back over to the console. So we're just going to go ahead and copy and paste that command. And as you can see here, it's going to go ahead and say PM2 is activated. So we've got that all set up, and it's now linked to our account. If we go back over to the web browser here, as you can see, it's going to say you've successfully linked this PC, which is my computer, and now we can start monitoring my application. All we have to do is run our command. So let's go back into Visual Studio Code so we can actually go ahead and run this. This is going to be the terminal where your bot is actually in. So if you could use your bot's terminal, or you could just use the Visual Studio Code one, that's fine. Let's go ahead and run PM2 start src/index.js, just like we did in the beginning of this video. We can go ahead and click enter. As you can see, it is now online. So we can go back over to our terminal. Let's go ahead and run PM2 mont. That is going to be our monitor command. So when we go ahead and run it, it's going to open up a console-like feature here. So this is going to be the console that you can view in your terminal, but the main feature of this that I want to point out is if we go back over to the web browser, now we actually have our bot up and running within PM2. So essentially what we've done here is we've went ahead and connected your PM2 account to your actual bot that's hosted on your computer. So your bot is currently running on your computer, but everything that's happening, you can actually control within your PM2 dashboard. So we can go ahead and click on show logs, and we have our logs for our application. This is probably just going to go ahead and show us our startup logs. Obviously, it's going to take some time. We're not actually going to wait for that. We could go ahead and restart the app. And when we do that, I'll go ahead and show you how it works. But let's just go ahead and click on restart apps. So it's going to go ahead and restart, and then it should give us our console.log. So as you can see, it's turning on here. So now it's turned on. We can go ahead and close it, and now we have one restart, and it's back online, according to all these statistics. If we go back into the terminal here, as you can see, this was our most recent index logs, because previously when we were in here, we didn't have any of these index logs. So that shows that it was restarted. We can also see that we restarted it about 30 seconds ago, and we now have one restart. So the whole point of this is that we could actually go ahead and close out of the terminal. And within this, we could essentially manage our entire bot within the PM2 dashboard. So I could restart it, show the logs, I could reset it. I could pretty much do anything I wanted with this. We could go to our metrics, our issues, we could go to any of these pages, whatever you would want to do. But the main point here is that as long as your computer is online, you can actually go ahead and control your Discord bot from any computer. You could do it on your phone using this website. You could do it on your computer. Doesn't matter. Your computer is basically a host, and this is the dashboard to the host. So just make sure you have your computer on. If you need to dim your monitor for some reason so it's not bright all the time, that's fine. I'd recommend restarting your actual computer every now and then just to give your bot some rest time. But other than that, that is pretty much how you can do it. And this is a very, very effective system of hosting and using your Discord bot host with your actual computer. So that's, you can host your Discord bot online 24/7 for free using your actual computer. If you do need any help with this, go ahead and join the server in the description below and use our help channels here. We'll be happy to help you out. Note, this is not ideal for everyone. Most people probably can't host it on their computer, but it is a very, very good alternative to hosting your Discord bot on an actual platform like Pylex or something like that. Those platforms are good, but they're online and reliant on somebody else. This is solely reliant on you and your computer. But regardless, feel free to join the server in the description below. This is a pretty good coding community. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video.